I think we're on video now. Yes, it's timing me. Okay, your grandfather asked me to show you some of these practical gardening and, green life or save the world stuff that we do here on our little hobby farm in Silverwater. So I was composting for years and years, ever since I started gardening. It was a traditional way where you throw all your scraps out in a pile in the yard, you cover it with dirt, and remember occasionally to throw water on it. But it would take like 3 years for it to compost down enough to be soil. So I started doing this process here that I'm going to show you because it works really well and it works really fast. So what I do is I save everything, eggshells. It's amazing how much food scraps you have in a week. Your salad greens, your everything that would grow kind of scraps, not your meat products, except for eggs and eggshells. They're really good for the soil. So anything that's hard that won't grind down with my little handy, I'm sure everyone has one of these now. It's a immersion blender kind of thing. Anyways, you cut off the hard parts, like the twiggy parts, and then when you peel your bananas, and I'm going to eat the banana, but I want the peels because the peels are really, really good for your soil. Lots of nitrogen and everything to feed the little microorganisms, and you cut them because you don't want to jam up the immersion blender. So orange peels, lemon peels, when you have carrot skins, wouldn't hurt to cut them up a little bit. Anything that might feed this, and any of the hard parts, the stumps, you discard them. They can go in the one that takes 3 years. And then you just blend it. So, in case you hear the noise, I've already blended 2 days worth of leftover vegetables. And so that's going to show you what you get here. And in here I also have coffee grinds and tea bag grinds, but you always have to take the paper parts off. Okay, so I'm going to show you now what I have here. It looks kind of like vomit, really. It's not very appetizing. But anyways, it's like a thick, like pork. Now in this, besides the scraps, I've added warm water. And the warm water speeds up the process of the decomposing because you want it to get warm. And the other thing I do after I've done this, and it's pretty much equal parts almost water to produce. And I blend it all up till it's thick and gooey like that. And then add more soil. I go out in the garden and throw another shovel full of soil in. So it's like 3 parts. 1 part water, 1 part leftovers, and 1 part soil. And I stir it all really good till it's like porridge. Then I put it in the greenhouse. And now if you don't have a greenhouse, the other thing you can do is put a plastic over it and tie it so it becomes like a mini greenhouse. And after about a week, you see it like all fermenting and turning into whatever. And in the soil that I threw in, often there's worms, the kinds you fish with, worms, dewworms or whatever. And they are already working on this stuff that I've ground up to create a quicker method to have compost. So if you don't have one of those aerator things or a big backyard bin or whatever, and you have a kitchen garden, you live in the city like all of our children really do, and grandchildren, this is a way to amend your soil and make it healthy and encourage the natural enzymes in the soil to make your stuff grow organically. Okay, so there's what Grandpa wanted me to tell you, and he said I need to be doing these little videos all the time and showing you all the little quick things I've learned. It took years to learn and watch tons of YouTube videos, and I can just share it with my kids and grandkids just like that. So God bless. I love you guys. Have a good day. Happy gardening.